Hi colouring friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I am going to be doing something a little bit different. I went out to Kmart this morning because, well, some of you would know I've been having a bit of a rough week. My poor kitty Sterling has been through the wars since Saturday. He's been in and out of the vets with a bladder blockage, and today he's actually having a surgery done. I won't go too much into it because I don't want to start crying again. It's been just an up and down week with just a lot of worry about my poor kitty. So I went to Kmart with the intention of retail therapy this morning, and I did come away with a few things that will hopefully help cheer me up. I hadn't intended on getting this book. I've looked at it several times at Big W and as well at Kmart. But this morning I was like, you know what, bugger it. I've been having a really sad week and I need a nice distraction. So I decided, I took one more look in it. Actually, well, two more looks in it. I sort of picked it up, looked through it, walked around for a bit, then came back and I was like, no, I am going to get it. I'm going to treat myself. And yeah, some of the pages are really cute, so I was like, you know what, yes, I would colour in that one, because one of my new goals is to only buy books that I intend to colour when I get them. So I am going to colour in a page of this book, and I am going to test out a couple of the other supplies that I got. So I'll do a quick flip through. This is Living My Best Life by Amelia Green, and she's got a couple of books at Big W and at Kmart now. I think there's Bestie Life and Cozy Easter or something along the lines of that. I'll put images of them on the screen so you can have a look at which ones I'm referring to. But this is the Living My Best Life, and it's all about this. It's got this girl throughout the pages. I think she's the same girl. But obviously you could colour her differently through in each page so that she wasn't the same girl. But I thought it was really cute because it just gives like a self-care kind of vibe, which I thought fit the bill for today because I am feeling a little bit low. And yeah, it has a nice, serene, calming sort of vibe to it. So I thought, you know what, no, I'm gonna get that. And this will be perfect to test out the other supplies that I've picked up. But I'll quickly show you through the book and then we'll get started on the other supplies. I thought this one was really cute. She's just daydreaming. I hope this isn't fire. I hope that's just steam. But I mean, you could get creative with that. It reminds me of The Sims where the cheap stoves always catch on fire. Gosh, I haven't played that for years, but cool memories. What is she holding? Maybe she's watering her plants with like a spray bottle. I don't entirely know. This one I thought was really, really cute, just showing some self-love. Really sweet. This one I'm going to colour in to be my sweet kitty Sterling. I really liked this one as well. This one was really cute. I think this is the front cover. Yeah, really cute. Speaking of price, this one was only $10, which is a really good price for such a nice book with good quality pages. So definitely not a bad buy. I thought this page was really lovely. I might colour it to be me and some of my girlies on Instagram. I just thought that was really cute. Love this one. I don't actually think I saw this one when I was flicking through it any of the times, but I really like that one. That one's really sweet. That'll be fun to colour. That one's really cute too. A little happy birthday moment. Art gallery. At the water park, little florist, skydiving. I think it's skydiving. I've never been skydiving and I don't imagine I ever will. That's a cute little pigeon. This is another one that I thought was really adorable. Like I've seen a few of these sort of like laying on the grass sort of pages, but this one's, you know, beachy twist. which just seems very Australian, so that'll be fun. Very cute. It's on the train. Little park in the city. I loved this one. I thought, you know what, that would have been perfect for umbrella day. Just so many umbrellas. And she doesn't have one, but she's okay with it. She's living her best life. I like these ones where they're sort of facing away too. Then you don't have to worry about colouring faces. I don't know what's in the basket though. Are those eggs? No, mushrooms. They're mushrooms. Oh God. My brain today. That one's cute. This was another one I thought was just so sweet. Literally showing self-love. Yeah, this is probably one of my absolute favorite pages. I thought that was really, really cute. So can't wait to color that one in. And yeah, this is a Penguin published book, so it's got nicer quality paper. I just grabbed some page markers because I'm running out of the ones that I have, and there's 500 in here, so I thought that's pretty good. They're a bit chonky, but I don't care. It just means I can write things on them, I guess. They're going to be coming in handy because I'm going through all of my other ones. These I've actually had for a few weeks, and I've been meaning to do a video comparing these to my Lango gel pens. So it says on these ones that they write on black paper. The other Anko brand gel pens that I bought were these retractable ones, and they do not cover black lines. So I have a whole bunch of these ones, and they're really good for just like writing down my notes and things, but they don't cover the black lines. So I don't use those for outlining or anything. But these, they even look like the Lango gel pens. So I'm pretty sure these are going to be like a dupe of the Langos, and I thought it would be good to do a bit of a review on those ones for my Aussie colouring friends who might be looking at getting these. I think these were only $10 or $12, and so were these. So these are acrylic brush markers, and these ones I thought looked very similar to, let me grab one, my they do, don't they, my Guangna acrylic paint markers. So they look almost identical, and like even the lid has like a dip there. They look almost identical. From what I can see from in here, they look the same. I'm thinking they're going to be the same thing, just packaged and marketed differently. And I grabbed these because I do love my Guangna acrylic paint markers, and I do want more colors of them. And I thought, you know what, for I think it was only $12, I was like, that's 50 cents a pen. I love a good deal, so I grabbed these. I was like, even if they're garbage, it's worth giving them a shot for $12. So it does say gently shake with the lid on, draw color right, and recap. So I don't think you need to pump or anything, which you don't have to do with the other ones. But we're going to give these a go. So I want to try both of these after I finish. So I'm going to color with my alcohol markers in this. I'm thinking I need to pick a page that would be suitable for the acrylic pens and the brush markers. So I'm going to flick through and pick a page, and then I'll be back to show you which page I've chosen. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the page that we're doing. So I just need to grab some paper to put behind. Okie dokie. So I don't know if I should just chat and color. So I'm just going to start coloring, and if it seems like I'm like rambling like a crazy person, I'll just speed color through it, and like I'll just speed it up and you can listen to some music. But if I make a little bit of sense, I'll just leave it and you can listen to me ramble and watch me color in real time. So yeah, I guess we'll just see how we go. I picked this page because I'm going to try and color over these lines with the acrylic paint pens. Oh no, the acrylic brush markers. So I'm going to use these to do the ocean edge here. And I'll probably also use them to add some texture to the sand. I thought this being a very sandy page would be a really good opportunity to use both the acrylic gel pens and the brush markers. So also for the acrylic gel pens, I thought I could try covering these lines on her towel and maybe even here on her bag. So we're going to have a bit of fun with it and just go ham with the acrylic details. But first I'm going to base color everything and add some basic shading. So that's what I am going to do now. Hopefully I don't run out of any of my favorite color markers. This is one I use a lot. It's the Shuttle Art Pastel, but it's 107. And this one's like really nice light brown, but I use it a lot. So I'm just hoping it doesn't run out because this is quite a big space that I'll need to color. So I'm just going to color in this sort of small section down here first. Yeah, it's already running out. I do like the Shuttle Art Pastel markers, but I don't love them. I think for the price, because I think in Australian dollars it was only like $36 for the set. I forget how many's in it, but it's quite a lot. Like it's a good sort of starter set if you don't have any pastels, but I'm gonna have to pick a different shade because this is not gonna cut it. Let me see what I've got. But yeah, I don't 100% love them. They could definitely be, I don't know, smoother. they seem a little grainy to me after a while. But yeah, I've got a lot of other markers I can use, so I can't complain too much. A lot of my light browns are running out, so I really don't know what I'm gonna do here. You know what? I have a big set of, I think they're called the Arrtx markers. I'm gonna grab those and see if there's a light brown that matches. Okay, so this is the Arrtx set that I have. I accidentally bought this set. They're the Alp ones. I accidentally bought this because, I'm just checking my swatches. I bought this because I thought they were the brush ones, and they are not. But it looks like there might be some colors I can use for this sand. Thinking maybe 26. I don't think it's going to match this, but that's fine. We can just figure it out. Where are you? There you are. Cheeky little thing. Okay, so I am starting to ramble, but it's fine. It's fine. This is fine. Everything is fine. Yeah, these are the chisel. So we're just going to have at it and see how we go. This is going to be the most, oh dear, it looks skin colored. Okay, we'll make it work. This is going to be the most random video I've made yet. It might end up being quite long too. Normally a page will take me, oh god, look how bad that is. Oh well, it's happening, guys. Normally a page will take me like an hour and a half, at least a very detailed page would take an hour and a half. I'm hoping if I can just like power through this, since there aren't like a million different elements, I'm hoping I can power through it and get it done in like maybe an hour. But we'll see. We will see. Oh dear, I kind of feel like I shouldn't have done that with that. Well, I definitely feel like I shouldn't have done that one in that darker shade. But you know what? Maybe the beach ball is casting some shadow. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, so we're gonna just color it all in. Okay, so I'm going to take the 107 from the Shuttle Art that I used for this section here, and I'm just going to add some shadows in the sand for other things so that it looks like maybe that there was a bit more intentional, even though it will be our little secret that it was not. Yeah. It's weird that these bits have smudged. I don't know what that's about. I don't know why the ink would be smudging. You would think that they would be printing these sorts of books or with, I don't know, like a laser printer, not a inkjet or whatever. I don't know how they print coloring books. I'm not going to pretend I do. But yeah, I know some kinds of printers do smudge, like when they're in contact with liquids. Like water-based inks, I guess, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, that's weird. I think that's already looking better. Like this was a purposeful choice. That was a backwards way of saying on purpose. It was an on purpose choice. There you go. Oh my goodness. Okay. We're getting through it. It's been a rough week, guys. And I haven't done a video this week yet. So I figured, you know what? I better pull my finger out. Gosh, that's an awful saying. Yeah. So I'm trying to stick to doing at least one video a week. If you watch my goals video, you'll see that that's one of my goals. And I'm hoping to do one video a week for the foreseeable future. As long as I'm interested in coloring, I'm hoping to keep up with that. I think it would be just nice at the end of the year to look back and see if I can stick to that, or if I have stuck to that sort of goal. And yeah, so I should have at least 52. I think that looks good. What do we think? What do we think? I might add some stippling just a little bit with the alcohol marker, because I am gonna add a whole bunch of dots with the acrylic paint pens and the gel pens even, I think. But I want it to be really sandy sand. You know the type. You know, the type that, it sticks to your feet and then you have to go up and get them washed off before you leave the beach. But then you're still finding sand between your toes all the way to the car. And then you're spreading sand everywhere. Yeah, that kind. I think I get a bit silly when I'm a bit tired. You know how babies babble when they're overtired? Yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm at right now. But it's okay. You're here for it, right? Oh, goodness me. I find that adding dots always, I don't know, it always makes the page look so much better. I don't know what it is. It's just extra details, I think. That's probably exactly what it is. Extra details. I don't know. Yeah. Bring it together a little. Add a little more razzle dazzle, as I like to say. Okay. So what next, guys? Like you can tell me. Okay. I'm going to color the rest. So I'll probably put you on speed again. And then it will hopefully be time to add some details. Ooh la la. Okay. This is such a weird purple. It goes on looking like this fluorescent sort of pinky lilac. And then when it dries, it looks purple. I don't know why it is this way. This is the only one, and this is a Shuttle Art Pastel marker as well. This is the only pen. Well, that's not true. Some of the Ohuhu pinks sort of have a similar effect where they'll go on really vibrant and strange, but then they'll dry a lot more muted. But this is the only purpley one that I've seen that does this. Yeah, it's strange. I don't know what it is. Okay, do you see what I mean? It's it dries this lighter purple, but it goes on so vibrant and strange. It's very weird. I don't know. Okay, I think we're gonna do maybe yellow stripes, because yellow, oh, maybe orange, like a light orangey yellow, because that always looks good with purple. Oh wait, maybe we should give her orangey yellow hair. Ooh, should we give her orange hair? Nah, we'll figure out the hair in a minute. We're committed to this orangey yellow for the stripes. Okay, now I'm kind of wondering what color I should do the bag and the hat, but also kind of thinking about her hair still. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do the hat in this like browny pinky brown. I don't know. This is another one of my Shuttle Art Pastels that is running dry. And I don't know if I should buy another set, because I don't love them, but I obviously like them enough that I keep reaching for them. I like the colors, I just don't like the quality of the markers as much. But again, for the price, they're really not that bad. And they really do get the job done, so I don't know. I've had these since my birthday last year, so I've had them for 4 months, and I'm only now finding some of them are running dry. And they're my favorite colors out of the set, obviously. Should we do her sandals the same color? Nah, we'll do it. We'll do them something else. We'll do them something else. Okay. I'm thinking. What for the bag? The bag. It looks like a wicker bag. Okay, we're gonna go for this. And that's the other thing about these markers is some of the colors that I swatched have changed from when I first swatched them. So some of the colors don't look like they do on my swatch sheet, so I have to literally like test them out on a scrap piece of paper again before I use them. So this is a cute peachy color. Again, it looked more brown when I first swatched this one. Let's do the bow on the hat. Let's do that maybe pink. I'm using mostly Shuttle Art today for this, just because there's a big variety of colors and I don't have to keep flipping pages in my swatch book, because I have all the markers sort of organized, or all the swatch sheets organized in like color groups. So I have like one page is like all the greens, another page is all the blues, another page is all the pinks. So, but then for my smaller sets of markers, like my Arrtx and my Shuttle Art ones, I've got them all just like all the colors on one page. So I figured to stop me from going back and forth in my swatch book, I would just stick with these guys for now. I'm gonna do some of the beach ball pink as well, just to try and make sure the color palette is somewhat cohesive. And that way it'll look like a striped beach ball as well, obviously. Okay, cute. Oh, what should we do next? I just pick colors as I go. I'm pretty bad for organizing myself before I start. I don't often work with like a color palette. I just do what I feel at the time. Okay, I think that maybe we'll just go for like a darker pink. This is like a really dark pink though. Yeah, let's do it. I think this is cute. This is looking good. Okay. The towel's looking kind of random now. But I don't care. It is what it is. It's gonna be a nice sort of bright page when we're finished. So yeah, it'll look cute. We'll make it look cute. I'm also gonna do the starfish in this bright corally pinky color. I think that will look pretty. I don't know why, but I always imagine starfish is like red or like, yeah, this orange, like not orange, this corally sort of pink color. What about her swimsuit? Oh, you know what would be cute if we did like a black and white stripy swimsuit, kind of like the Barbie, like vintage Barbie swimsuit. But I don't know if I have the patience for that today. We might just make it this color. Yep, I'm way too lazy to get too fancy with it. You know what we could do? We could do black polka dots or something on the swimsuit. That would look cute. Or like we could use the paint pens and do like light pink polka dots on the swimsuit. That would also look really cute and would kind of go with the beach ball and her outfit. So yeah, maybe we'll do that, light pink dots. What do we think about this style of color along where I just randomly ramble about my color choices? Hopefully we like it, right guys? Okay, what next? Maybe, let's do these seashells next. We might need some lighter colors for the seashells. I'm gonna get some of the Arrtx purple, really light purple for this one. And then we might do a, what for this one? I don't know now. Maybe a blue? Sort of like a periwinkle blue. Okay, let's go for, I don't know. This'll do. Yeah, that kind of goes. Kinda. Oh, and we'll color the lid from the water bottle. This blue. Oh, and the sunscreen. We'll do that as well. Let's do that one. And we'll make her book blue. Yeah. I wonder what she's reading. I don't think I have read a book for a very long time. I'm too busy coloring, okay? But I mean, I could listen to an audiobook. I should probably do that. But yeah, a lot of the time I'm either just listening to music or I'm watching my favorite YouTubers, because I've been trying to catch up on this whole coloring YouTube thing and getting to know everyone's channels a bit better, because I hadn't really been into coloring YouTube at all before I started my own channel. I'm wondering if I should give her yellow hair now. Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna use the same yellow that I used for the sunscreen for her hair. But yeah, so I've been like, I put my little earbuds in because I share my study with my daughter and my husband. He's got his computer in here and my daughter also has her computer in here, so often they're in here with me. It's actually pretty cute. Little family time where we're not actually interacting with one another. God, that's terrible. But yeah, it's still nice. And yeah, so my daughter will have her headphones on, my husband will have his headphones on. And I'll have my little earbuds in listening to my girlies. Okay, let's do her skin tone next. I'm thinking, I don't want it to look like she's part of the sand. So either she can be really pale or really tan. Maybe we should make her really tan. Would that be weird? Since she's so blonde. I don't know. I'm not good with skin tones. They always turn out really pale. Just like me. I'm very, well, obviously you can see I'm very pale. If I laid on an Australian beach like this, I best be wearing, you know, 1,000,000+ sunscreen protection, because I would be, yeah, crispy. Okay, I don't know what color to do her skin. I feel like I'll have regrets if I choose one of these colors, but I'm kind of gonna go for it. No, I don't know. Hold on, I'm flicking through my swatches. You can't see right now, but I'm looking through them. I'm thinking we might make her a little bit darker skinned than I normally go for, and just risk it, you know, try it. She can have dark skin and light hair, or maybe I should color over the hair. That's the beauty of doing a lighter color first. I could color over the hair. Okay, I'm gonna choose, and this might be a mistake. I think she's just gonna be tanned. I think this is gonna come out looking, she's gonna look pretty tanned. This marker is running out, so hopefully we can get enough out of it to finish her whole body. She's gonna be very tanned. I might have to rethink the hair color. Give her like a darker, like brown hair or something. Oh dear, this marker is not doing well. Can you hear the squeaking? But it's okay. We're working with it. Come on, little buddy. You got this. Okay, I like the skin tone. I think it's looking good, but I think we're gonna have to change the hair color. I don't know. I mean, I could keep going and just try and see if adding some shadows in the hair will make a difference. She could be a beach babe with really blonde hair, right? I don't know. We'll see. We're committed to the skin tone at least now. The hair can be changed. My poor little Ohuhu is struggling. The thing is, I have that whole other set. I'm gonna just switch to the chisel side because I think there'll be some ink in this end. I have that whole other set. Oh, this side seems worse. Yeah, I have a whole new set of 320, a 320 count of Ohuhu markers, but they're all the new codes and I don't want to deal with that. So I've been ignoring them. They're calling my name. Freya, open us, use us. Okay, obviously not really, that would be super creepy. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to get them out soon though, like within the next few weeks, because it's getting pretty bad. I've been limping along with a limited amount of colors left for a while. Okay, I really do like how tanned and cute she looks. I think she's looking pretty cute, but I do think maybe darker hair would look nice. I'm just thinking maybe if we gave her like a reddish brown. Okay, let's see. No. Okay, let's be wild and use this like reddish color, purpley reddish burgundy, and see what that does with the yellow. Let's do that. Let's start down here. Ooh, I like it. It's kind of like mauve. I do this all the time. Like I'll put down a color and then I'll be like, nope, it doesn't work. And then I'll just color over it with the darker color, which is not great. Like what a waste, what a waste of marker. Oh, no wonder I'm running out. But to be fair, this set is from when I very first started. Like I got into these really pretty quickly after I started. So I've had this set for almost a year, and I've only replaced a bunch of the pastel markers because I did buy some separate pastel sets when some of my pastels were running out. So I've done pretty well with the rest of them. And I do have other sets of markers, like I do have those Shuttle Art ones, and I have some Arrtx, and I had a set of I had all of the Kaala markers, but now they're bringing out Kaala B series, which have the mini brush tip, which I'm kind of excited to try, but I'm like, Freya, calm down. Like, you still have a full set of your Honnolulu markers. You do not need more Kaala markers. You haven't even used the ones that you have. So I have the original Kaala. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, I'm sorry. But yeah, those ones are nice, but they haven't got a brush tip, so I really don't like them as much. Okay, so now I'm thinking about just doing some shadows around everything, and then I'm going to work on the textures and things with the acrylic gel pens and the acrylic paint markers. So I don't know if I'll chat through this bit or if I'll speed it up, but I guess you're about to find out. I do like how her hair's gone. I like that color a lot. I think it works really well with the pink. Look at me chatting already. Okay, what are we thinking? We're thinking the hat needs some shading. Okay, speaking of my Kaala markers, you're about to see it in action. So they've got like this fine point with a bullet tip, I think it's called, which is good for some things, but I prefer the brush, obviously. But I'm still using them because I think they have a few different colors too. I think they do have a different color range than the Ohuhu Honnolulu series. So I'm not gonna not use them. And the ink is really good quality and looks nice, so I don't exactly know where the shadows would be going in this picture. I'm just kind of like winging it. I guess bottom sort of left middle is where the shadows are going, and the light's sort of shining down from here onto the girl. So I'm gonna, yeah, I think most of the shadows are gonna be bottom left-ish area. I'm just wondering if this would make a good shadow color for her skin, so I'm gonna try it out just along her hairline. It might not be dark enough. Yeah, I think that's a bit light, so I'm gonna use a different color to do her shadows. Let's see, what have we got? 3763, where's that one? There it is. Haha. Okay, so I'm gonna add shadows to the girl. I do really like this book. I think it's quite cute. And now that I've bought this one, you know what's going to happen is I'm probably going to go back to Big W or Kmart. Let's give her a tiny bit of cleavage. And I'm going to want to get the other books of hers. What's her name again? Amelia Green. Oh, so now, yes, I'm gonna want to get all of the books. The Easter one that she has is not like people, it's like animals. So that one might be easier to resist because I've got a lot of animal books, obviously, and I suppose I have a few like books with girls and things in them as well, so I didn't really need this one, but I did hold off for a long time. It was like, it's been there a few months, I'm pretty sure, so like I don't think I've done too badly. Plus I was having a bad day, you know. It's been a rough week. Okay, how do we feel about the shadows? They look pretty cute. What about the bag? I think I'm gonna use like an orange for the shadows in the bag. Okay, this one. I don't know if I should add shadows under here or not. Just, I guess we're doing it. I just thought maybe I would cover these lines with the Langway gel pencil. I suppose I can still do that though. It's not like this is gonna make too much of a difference. It's just, yeah, I do like how it looks. It's fine. I hope everyone else is having a better week. It's definitely no good when your loved ones or sweet pets are unwell. I'm sure some of you could relate if you've got pets who have ever been through health scares and that sort of thing. Oh, it has been a rough one, but we did get to go visit him this morning. He's in for his operation today at midday, so it will be soon actually. Yeah, about 20 minutes time, so I hope everything goes well for him. But we'll get a call from the vet this afternoon, so. But yeah, we got to see him this morning. I took my daughter Ivy before school. She was a little bit late to school, but it was worth it because he was so happy to see us. So we got to have a little pat and spend a little bit of time with him before school, so that was nice. And he was so happy to see us. He just wants to come home. Sweet kitty. Okay, how do we feel about this one? Pink, nice, I like it. I don't normally talk to myself while I color, so this is new for me. And all of the coloring videos I've done so far have been like voiceovers. So I've done the video, or I've colored it in silence, and then I've done the voiceover. Yeah, so it's always a bit weird when I'm making those videos because I am kind of coloring in silence. Normally I'll be watching something on my phone, but obviously my phone's being used for filming, so it's always a little bit weird coloring in complete silence. But I can talk and stuff to my husband and my daughter if they're in here while I'm doing that, so it's not like I'm completely lonely or anything. But I'm gonna add some shadows with this like light red. This is one of my favorite colors from the Kaala series. It's R393. It's called Coral Pink, but it's like this really like pale red. It's, yeah, I prefer it. I don't like the really dark reds, so I like this sort of light red. But apparently it's pink, so that explains why I like it. It doesn't look pink to me. It looks red. Oh well. I suppose a bunch of the Ohuhu names don't really make sense, so a red being called a pink is not that outrageous, I suppose. The paper keeps slipping. Okay, so now I'm gonna work on her hair. I'm gonna do a few shadows in her hair with a brush tip marker. I just have to find the right shade. Okay, I'm gonna get R282, which is like a dark burgundy. And I'm just gonna add some like shading This might not be dark enough, but we're going for it. I can always add some darker shadows as well. This can be like an in-between sort of shadow, just to add some dimension to her beautiful hair. I do like this book. It is really cute, and I like how she's drawn the girls. They're like simple but detailed enough so that they're a bit more interesting to color, I suppose. You don't want them too simple. But I like that the faces are quite simple. There's not a lot you have to worry about. You can just color it in and call it a day. Okie dokie. I think that's cute. I might add a little bit more shadows with an even darker one. Let me just find one that suits. Here we go. Okie dokie. What do we think? Do we like it? We're getting wild with it now. Adding these big ugly strokes. No, it looks fine. We'll fix it with some acrylics, I think. I always go a little bit crazy with the hair. I don't know when to stop. Even as I say it, I'm still going. Like, just stop it, Freya. Just let it. Leave it be. That's enough now. Oh, dearie me. Okay, so now I'm thinking maybe some shadows on the book and the seashells. I probably use like the same blue if I pick the right kind of blue. Yeah, this will do. Ooh, cute. That'll do. I think that will be enough. And then just some on the bottom of these seashells. Cute. And some on the water bottle. We're just gonna stick with the same blue because I can't be bothered changing. That's another thing. I'm very lazy when it comes to coloring. Oh, you know what? I could even use this for the water. No, I won't be lazy with the water. I want the water to look good. Okay, I'm gonna have to pick a nice blue for the water. I want to do some blobs, some water blobs, just to add some texture to the water so it's not just completely flat. But I'm trying to find the right shade of blue. Let's use a Caliart. Every time I say Caliart, it just sounds a little bit fancy. A little bit fancy. Okay, here we go. We're gonna just add some random blobs. Now that that's done, I'm thinking I want some shadows under the girl, but I'm not 100% sure what color I should use. I'm thinking purple. Yeah, I'm gonna go purple, but it might be a mistake, but it's fine. We'll figure it out. It's all about winging it here. That's all I do is wing it. Okay, this is my favorite purple for shadows. It's V340, and that's the old code. So if you want to know what that is in the new code, you'll have to look it up because I have no idea. But yeah, I really like this one for shadows. It's a really nice like muted purple, and it's perfect for the kind of coloring that I do. It's dark enough to add shadow, but not too dark to be like, yeah, too contrasty. I suppose it depends on how dark your initial colors are. If you have darker colors as a base, you probably would want a darker color than this one, but this goes quite well for the sort of pastel mid-range colors that I tend to use. I really want to do a shadow under the hat, but I feel like I've got the shadows on this side, so I don't need it. I might do just a shadow over here under the shoe and some over here under the sunscreen, and maybe just the tiniest shadow from the beach ball. I think that's, oh, maybe down here as well. Let's put some down there. I think that works. I think that looks good. Okay, so that's most of the shadows done. I don't think we're gonna add anything else in terms of shadows or other details. I think we're just gonna go in now and get creative with the gel pens and the brush markers. So I might start with the brush markers, the acrylic brush markers, and we'll see how we go. So let's crack them open. Should probably get a pair of scissors. All right, bear with me. Better hold them properly. I don't want to cut myself. Last thing we need. Oh, look at me. Just cut the tag off. Oh well. I'm not going to keep them in this box, so I'm just... Does anybody else do that? Open things like savage? Like a savage? What is wrong with me? Oh, okay. I will put this box aside to be recycled. All right, so here are all the colors. Ooh, look at that green. That's a bit vibrant. Cute. Okay, so I'm not actually seeing that many light colors. I thought there would be like a light blue that I could use for here. But you know what? Doesn't matter. We're gonna make it work. Okay, I'm thinking one of these blues might work. Oh no, maybe this tealy colored greeny blue. Okay, we're gonna use that one, and then we're gonna use some white, I think, and then we'll see what else we can use. So we're gonna do the water first because that's kind of where we left off before. So I'm just gonna turn it though so I can get a good leverage point. Oh, I'm nervous. I don't want them to splatter everywhere, so I'm just gonna be careful as I open them. Well, they said to shake them, didn't they? Shake it with the lid on, guys. Okay. I'm shaking it. Ooh. It's very wet. I don't feel like the Guangna ones are quite as juicy as this. But ooh, look at the coverage. I feel like you're all getting to know me a little bit better today because this is kind of unfiltered, no script, nonsense, and sort of experiencing a product for the first time. So you get to see like my reaction to things. So hopefully you feel like you are getting to know me a little bit better. And hopefully it's a good experience. I am a bit goofy, but most good people are a bit goofy, so that's okay. Oh dear, it's not bad. It's not looking bad. I think it is going to need maybe another coat, but yeah, it's a bit, I feel like it has a bit more like flow to the paint than there is from my Guangna ones. I feel like my Guangna ones, the ink is a little bit, well, not ink, the paint is a little bit more I don't know, controlled. I feel like it's a little bit runnier maybe, but I don't actually mind it. I think that looks pretty good for like a first pass. I'm gonna go with the white and give that a shot, and so we'll see. I better give this a good shake. We'll see how it covers the black lines. Okie dokie, here we go. And hopefully I don't put my hand in the wet paint we've already done, because that wouldn't be a surprise. I do that all the time. Ooh, okay. Okay, white paint pen. Look at you go. The coverage is actually pretty good. I'm kind of impressed. I do feel like these are very similar to the Guangna, but a little runnier, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Maybe they're just a little warmer though. Like it is a hot day here and they have been sitting on the shelf at the shops. I suppose it's air conditioned, but sorry, my iPad's making a whole bunch of noises today. I don't know why I'm trying to be so neat about this bit, because I feel like I should actually mess this bit up a bit to make it look like frothy. You know how like the ocean or the shore is a little bit like foamy? I feel like I should make it a bit messy. I'll probably mess it up in a bit on purpose. Or on accident, who knows? It could go either way. Okay, so you can still see sort of the black lines underneath both, but I don't think that's anything to be too mad about. I feel like that green one, or the teal one, is still quite wet there, and a little bit over here. But I kind of like it. I think it's good. I think they're not bad for what they are. Like I can't be mad for, like, these are like 50 cents each basically. Okay, so I don't know if I should go in with this yet. I think maybe I'll try out the gel pens next on the stripes on the towel. So here's the gel pens, and again, I'm not going to be very like pretty about opening it because I'm not going to keep the box. Oop. Ooh, that's weird. Look how it, oh yeah, again, with the savagery of me opening the box. Okay, so they're like all on a piece of card, and then there's another layer lower down in the box. Ooh, on another piece of card. That's weird. And then there's like a little hello in the bottom. Apparently this is a hello. Okay. All right, so I've got another box that I've destroyed. And we've got our gel pens. Ooh, fancy. They feel really light. But there's a good range of colors. They look very fluorescent. A bunch of these greens look really vibrant. So I'm gonna try and get them off this card. I'm just gonna put them here. And I don't know where else to put them really. Ooh. They're going everywhere, guys. They're going everywhere. It's fine. Okay. They are very light. I'm thinking, ooh. I don't want to drop them all. I'm just gonna move them to the side. I'm thinking like an orangey yellow. No, maybe not that one. Maybe this one to do the lines. Or should we do like a fun purple for the line? Maybe if we should outline, I say we because you're here with me. Maybe we'll outline the whole towel in this purple. And then we'll also outline the stripes. Or we outline the stripes with this yellowy color. And then we outline the whole towel with the purple. Let's do that instead. Let's give it a shot. Okay, and that will give us a good idea. Ooh, it's very, very vibrant. Okay, it's happening. I don't care. We're doing it. We're committed to it, so it's happening. Okay. I am not gonna lie, this is not what I expected. I really thought these were going to be scratchy, like the Lengua ones that I have. The ink doesn't really come out and they're very like fine tip. Actually, what are these 1mm? Oh, these are 1 millimeter. I think the Langro ones are only 0.7 of a millimeter. Okay, so these are probably more like the 1 millimeter Langro gel pens. And they feel kind of like they've got like the rollerball tip. I'm not 100% sure. But they sort of glide on really well. And I haven't had to do the sticky tack trick that you do with the other ones. The coverage, oh dear, I've made a mess of that. The coverage is not 100% the best, but I mean, it's probably application as well. Like I'm not probably, like I feel I've done better there than I have on that one. Maybe I can fix that with the paint pens, we'll see. But I'm gonna persevere with these and see if I can do the whole towel, well, all the stripes at least. Okay, I think you get better coverage if you kind of go back and forth a little bit. Rather than doing long sort of strokes. Quite like these pens. Again, pleasantly surprised. Did not think that they would work this well, especially without putting the sticky tack in the back. Because that's a whole thing in itself. That's annoying. And you have to yank the end off and you plug it, and then you have to remember to take the sticky tack out and put the cap back in, and yeah, it's just a whole lot of fluffing around. It's looking pretty cute. I like it. It's nice. I feel like covering the black lines is making the girl stand out a whole lot more. I think we might try and add some more texture to the blanket as well, though, with some of the other colors that we've got here. But I think we'll just let this all dry first because I don't want to smudge any of these stripes. So I think my verdict on these is that they're definitely worth getting, especially if you don't have the Langro ones already. I feel like this would be a really good like introduction to using gel pens in your coloring, because yeah, they're easy to use and the colors are actually really nice. Some of them look really vibrant and kind of like fluorescent, so I'm gonna have to swatch them out and see if that's just what they look like in the like the barrels, or if they actually go on like that. Because yeah, there were a lot of really vibrant greens, so it'll be interesting to swatch them and see what all of the colors look like on paper. I always find with my Langro gel pens, they dry a lot lighter than they go on, and I'm not really seeing too much of that here. I feel like they're going on and they're drying reasonably close to what they look like when they go on. Maybe a touch lighter, but I don't really see it. It's not that noticeable. But yeah, really happy with these. These are quite good. And again, I think they were only like $10 or $12 from Kmart. So I think I'm gonna try and go over that bit there again, but I'm gonna turn the book because I don't want to put my arm in any of the stuff I've just done. And I'm gonna see if I can try and get like a second coat on there. But from my experience, going over gel pen is not always the easiest thing to do. So I hope that I can cover it up without scratching it off. Okay, I think I figured out how to sort of get the ink going without scratching. So you sort of press and drag, and that gets the ink going without scratching what you've already done. And well, to some extent. Okay, so now that I've done that one, I'm thinking about outlining the whole towel in this purple. So we're gonna give it a go. I might just speed this up though, so you don't have to listen to me natter on the whole time. Okay, I've decided to make it fuzzy, so I'm just gonna go backwards and forwards and not be that neat about it. I'm gonna make it a fuzzy towel, and then we're gonna add some texture, I think, with this exact same purple. So we're gonna make it really cute and fuzzy, and then we don't have to worry about making it super neat, and it'll actually look really cute when we're finished, I'm hoping. Okay, the towel is done. Well, the outlining on the towel is done. I'm thinking, I don't know if I should use this to add some texture, or maybe a lighter purple. I don't. Let me have a look, see what purples. Or maybe we'll use a paint marker, one of these paint pens, to add some texture, because there's a nice purple here. Let's just give it a shake and we'll see how this one looks on the paper. And see if we want to use this one. Okay, from what I know about the acrylic paint is they do dry a little darker. I think this one could work in adding some texture to the towel, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Just adding some little sort of fuzzy strokes, just so it does, you know, look a little bit more like a towel. Oh yeah, that looks really cute. I can see it's drying over here. So for the verdict on the paint markers, I do think these are again worth getting. They're not exactly the same as the Guangna markers. The tip, like the brush tip, feels a lot softer. Maybe that's why it feels like the paint is a little runnier. I'm not sure if that has something to do with it. But yeah, I don't mind them at all. I think they're really quite nice to use. The paint seems to dry rather quickly, which is nice, especially when you're used to putting your arm in it like me. But yeah, it's nice. I like these, and it's good. I think there will probably be some similar colors, but I do think some of these colors will be different to the ones that I have in the Guangna pens that I already own. I'm loving the little towel texture we've got going on. I think that's really cute, actually. And I might see if there's like a yellow that we can add some texture to the stripes as well. And then we get to try out more of these pens, which is the whole point of this video. So let's do it. Okay, I think that looks really cute. I'm just gonna have a look to see what the yellows look like. I don't know if they'll be light enough. I don't want to splatter any paint anywhere. I don't think that's going to be light enough. And the only other one is this like sort of dark orange. I don't know if I want to use a darker one. No. I think what I'm going to do is just use one of my Guangna paint markers for the texture for the not that one. I think I want a light yellow. I want a really light yellow. Maybe this one. No, probably going to be this really light one. Okay, and we'll add just some little texture dots in the yellow stripes. So you can see this, these ones, I just don't, I mean, you probably can't see, but I just don't think the paint comes as freely. They're not as runny. So yeah, I mean, you can barely even see this yellow anyway. It's not making a huge difference, but it does look cute. Having a bit more texture on the stripes. I might go over the water areas again. Okay, I think that'll do for now. And then I might use like a light blue or maybe like a tealy colored, like a minty greeny color to match that teal. I might just draw some more like lines in the water over the blobs, just like, not over the blobs, but like overlapping, just to make it a little more fun. Make it look a bit more three-dimensional. This is probably the wrong sort of technique for like the ocean, but I don't mind. It doesn't have to be realistic, it's coloring. I mean, you can make coloring as realistic as you like, but for me it's just about having fun and kind of relaxing and enjoying making something that looks pretty. I think that looks cute. Very cute. Okay, so other than that, I wanted to do some like texture in the sand, but I don't know if these are the right colors. Like, we've got this brown color. I could probably add some dots with that, but I think I need like a larger set of colors if I did want to add like lighter brown dots, so I probably will use some of my Guangna paint pens, but I'll give this sort of brown color a go, because the sand has lots of well, it's not actually that dark. This is actually probably a good color for this. But yeah, the sand does have, or the sand in real life does have darker bits of sand, lighter bits, crushed up seashell, all of that. So I do like this this color. This is looking all right. I think it's gonna dry a little bit darker, so you probably will be able to see a little bit more in a minute. Definitely does feel wetter than the other paint markers that I have, which is fine. It's just different, which I guess means they're not exactly like dupes. They're not exactly the same thing, just repackaged, which I guess is kind of nice. But they're certainly very similar in the physical design. The paint might be a different kind. The paint might be a little bit more water-based, like a bit more water to pigment or something. I don't know. Okay, there we go. I think that's looking pretty cute. I do want to add some like lighter dots just to add even more texture. And we might use some of the paint pens if I can find a pink that I like. Here we go. We might use this pink to add some dots to her swimsuit. I think that could look cute. I mean, we've got so many dots happening here, but I don't want to do like a plaid or anything with these. I just think that it will turn out messy. So I am going to do polka dots and see how that goes. So let's just do that one now while the rest of the sand is drying, and then we'll come back in with the Guangna paint pens and we'll use those to lighten up the sand a bit more. Cute. Okie dokie. I think that's gonna be it probably for now. Oh, might as well add a few more details and then you can see the entire page finished. Let's do that. Let's just stick around and add some more details. Let's go for it. I think this is gonna be really not the right color for this. What about yellow? dots. Some yellow in the sand. I think it's looking pretty cute, guys. Did I just put my hand in? I just put my hand in all those dots. Oh dear. Okay, it just occurs to me that I should probably do something with these like rocks, and I don't exactly know what color to use. I'm trying to have a look through the gel pens, but I'm not really seeing any colors that I like, so I might just use the brown that we used in the sand. No, let's not do that. That's not gonna work. I don't know. I don't know what I should do with them. Actually, yeah, let's just make them a little bit more yellow. This is just a Guangna paint pen. I'm just gonna paint them in so that they're not as dark as the sand, because I don't want them to be, yeah, too blended in. And I've done these ones over here, this like yellow color. Okay, now I'm just wondering if I could use like pink to add some lighter strands in her hair. So I'm going to try and use this one, which is one of the Kmart Anko brand paint pens, and I'm going to see if that will look cute. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Do I like it though? I don't know. Do we like it, guys? Let's see if there's a gel pen that I can use. I'm gonna get wild and I'm gonna see if I could use this pink one to add some more streaks. I don't know, this is probably a mistake. Okay, I'm not mad about it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. And that's fine. That's fine. Okay, what else should we do to this page? Do we want to add any more details? I think we might just add some white highlights now. Oh no, let's add some blush to her cheeks. Okay. I'm gonna need to get the pan pastel out. Oop. Okay, her cheeks are very, very rosy, but that's okay. Should we add some to her knee? Is that weird? No, that's cute. And what about like her elbow, like her joint? Just giving her some blush all over. What about her feet? Maybe she's a little sunburned. Okay, we should probably put a stop to it, otherwise it's going to get carried away. Okay, I'm thinking now all we need to do is some white highlights. So should we use the white one from the Anko set? Let's do it. Let's fully test them out and see how they go over everything else. So I'm just going to add some dots to her little blushy cheeks. I think that's really sweet. A couple of little highlights on the book. Maybe a couple of dots on the starfish there. Some to the hat. This actually feels really nice to use. It feels very similar to my Uni-ball Signo gel pen. So I think it might be the same sort of like ballpoint tip that those use. So it's, oh, we didn't color in the little circle for the sun. Let me just grab a dark yellow for the sunscreen. Sun, cute. Okay, and then yeah, so it does feel, these do feel a lot like the Uni-ball Signo. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. Signo, Sino, I don't know. Yeah, I think that's about it. I think that's all I really want to do with the white gel pen. Oh, I might add some to the bag. Hold up. Oh, that's what we were gonna do. We're gonna cover these lines for the bag. Should I do that now? I don't know. I don't know if I have the right color for it. Let me have a look. We've got this light browny, creamy color. It might work, but it might just, I don't know, it might just look weird. I think I'm gonna leave it. I kind of like the bag how it is now. I'm just gonna leave it. And there you have it. Another page done. And this one was a lot of fun. I got to color in and test out a whole bunch of new pens, which is always a fun experience. I definitely would recommend these Anko gel pens. These were so much fun to use. Pleasantly surprised that they were not the same as the Lango 7mm tip ones that I have, because I have actually been contemplating getting the 1mm Lango ones, because I have heard that they do go on a lot easier and you don't need to do the blue tack trick with those. So I think these are going to keep me busy until I do decide to get those. If I decide to get them or not, these will definitely come in handy, and so will these paint pens. I'm again pleasantly surprised with these and think that, yeah, these would make a good addition to anyone's art supply collection. So if you're Australian, those came from Kmart, and yeah, they were both between $10 and $20 each, and I definitely would recommend picking those up. Thank you so much if you've watched this entire video. I know it was a really, really long one. Again, I would totally recommend both of these sets of pens from Kmart in Australia, because yeah, they were both really nice to use, and yeah, they got the job done, and on a budget too. Really affordable, and yeah, really like how this page turned out. So hopefully you stuck around and enjoyed yourself watching me bring this page to life and ramble along the way. I hope to see you in the next video. If you'd like to support me, please subscribe, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye for now.